stop looking for your husband in this man. Look for the friend in this man, because the friend is the foundation.
Episode is over.
No,
We're gonna talk
I'm
about
not
this
saying.
off. We're gonna talk about this off
I'm
camera,
not saying
'cause
that
you
I
tripping.
would. I would.
Nasty.
Exactly.
But it's not like it's not the truth.
Whatever.
That's nasty.
Anyway,
That's why you need me. I need to be the filter, man, because that right there, I'd have peeped that out a long time ago. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the She Say, He Say podcast. I'm here with my sister, as always, Brandy Banks.
Hi, guys.
And we have another awesome episode for y'all today. But first, as always, like, subscribe, all that good stuff on the internet. Send it to your friends because y'all already know what it is. And today, Brandy gonna handle this one because she feeling some type of way about this. But we talking about, when is it okay? Let me know if I'm not saying it right. When is it okay to call it quits?
No, it's okay to let go.
Oh, that's not what was in my notes.
Yes.
But when is it okay to let go?
So
Let me. So she feels some type of way. So I'm gonna throw it out there. Nah, you know what? You can do it. You can do it. I feel like we let go. I feel like we let go too easy.
really,
Yeah. But, yeah, I feel like we're letting go easier as time passes than before.
I disagree.
Go ahead. Do your thing, then.
So everybody knows, in the beginning, I started this podcast because I was in a relationship, and that relationship went on for probably about 8-9 months or so. Very, very great guy. Just two different paths, two different states. It just became a lot for him. But I wanted to talk about it today because back in the day, I used to feel like whatever came my way, I'm supposed to just deal with it. So if I saw red flags, if I saw, something that I didn't like, it was like, okay, I can live with that. I can handle that. That's not a problem. Even if I talked to that person, it was like, I really don't like this. I'm not really feeling this. And they didn't change. I found a way to kind of push it on the back burner. After this last marriage and after this particular relationship, this relationship was kind of like right after, the healing and being, seeing what was good for me. Mm-hmm. With him, it was like, amazing guy in the beginning, but then started showing his sweatpants and sweatshirt. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
so it
don't
was
say I ain't tell you. Don't say I ain't tell you.
It was a lot of things that, started to be said as far as like, just how he viewed women. And it was almost like we were second class. We could never be greater than a man. Those things started to come out, or it was things where he expected me to compromise on, if I was moving from, Maryland to where he was, which that wasn't going to happen. I'm not going to say it wouldn't have happened, but it was too soon. And you know what I mean? I'm going from a house to where? I'm not going to do that. That's a lot. And I have a child. So just a lot of things were very rocky. And for me, it was like, okay, totally loved this guy, would have stuck with this guy. And I think back in the day, I would have kind of conformed to make it work. But now I'm so confident in myself, and I'm so, I ain't taking no shorts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to go through being miserable to make you happy, right? I don't want to do that anymore. I gotta be happy in this in my next marriage or relationship or whatever the case may be. So we kind of like agreed, let's dead it. It's over. You know what I'm saying? When I'm over, I'm over. Like and yeah, I felt it for a couple of days and it was a little hard. It's still hard. Like, not to pick up the phone and call, not to just check on him. I got kind of close with his grandson. I really wasn't close with his kids. I only got to meet them one time, but you met them. Mm-hmm. So I do feel like, but at the end of the day, I just knew that was going to go downhill.
All right, so I got a question. So, how long after the marriage before y'all started talking?
Oh, I was single for at least 3-4 years.
So it wasn't like a rebound situation.
No, not at all. I mean, we met in 2023. We went out on a couple of dates, and he was great. I mean, it was just like, he was take charge. He
had the tuxedo on, man.
I mean, that's true. And, and not that, and I never want him to feel like I'm not downing him or anything. I think he is great, just not great for me. I'm a very strong, driven, independent woman.
And you saying he was like...
He wanted somebody to be up under him, to listen to him, to follow his to follow whatever it is that he needed you to follow. And I just can't do that. Like I couldn't do that. Because
I can't speak on my opinions on him, right? No?
No.
Okay. So
I mean, it's just ways that you go about things. And I feel like now that I am comfortable with me, and I'm comfortable with, if I have to be single for the rest of my life, I will be single for the rest of my life. But what I'm not going to do is compromise my happiness just because I need somebody on my side. Like, cool, great dude. We just did not see eye to eye on certain things.
And I feel like that's a big thing. Like, for you to say, I don't know what's up with dudes or what's happening, but this thing for you to even feel like women have to stay in their place or whatever your opinion is, I think that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to listen to me. You got to do this. You are lesser than whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't that aggressive, but I started to see, like prime example. I was watching the news one day, and both of us work part time in the airline industry, and one of the airlines did an open house, and women were like, it was a woman on there. She was like, I'm so excited. She's an aircraft mechanic. She went to school, became an aircraft mechanic, and he was so negative about that. Like, so negative. Like, no, I wouldn't fly on that plane if it was a woman. And that bothered me because it's like, hold on. Not that I'm an aircraft mechanic, but you do know I connect your plane for power. I put your water. I do your air. I check your... You know what I'm saying?
Me personally, I would feel a lot better about a woman being a mechanic.
Me too.
Because y'all pay attention. Y'all pay more attention to detail.
But
yeah, so
so those type of things really kind of threw me off. And then, for me, how I am. If I want something, I'm going to go get it. Right. I'm going to figure out a way to go get it. And it was like he had more, like I had more. I was coming to the table with a lot more. So a lot of stuff I experienced way before he did, even though he was older. But it's like, how do I take leadership from somebody who ain't never experienced buying a house? You know what I'm saying? Or I'm not saying that's his thing. Mm-hmm. Or purchasing a car or getting a credit card. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I take leadership from somebody like that? That's never experienced what I've experienced, but yet you're going to, you know what I'm saying? You want that leadership role. You want to be the head of the household, but you've never been the head of a household.
All right, now, with that, I will say that I don't think you should take leadership, but I think it's about how you approach that situation.
Yeah, because I mean, I want a man that's head of household.
At the end of the day, a man is going to at least try to be a man no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't think you have to down.
No, I'm not saying you down it. But if he's like, I want you to take leadership, but you like, bro, you can't lead me in something you've never done before. So he can't lead you. You're the better leader in that situation.
Right.
But I think for you to be like, I'm not saying you did that, but what I'm saying is for a woman to, because what happens is a lot of women be like, especially if you're ahead in life than the man, they put him down. They like, bruh, what, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like you gotta not necessarily, what do you call it, massage his ego, but you can't just.
You have to be sensitive about how you say it.
Yeah, because that dude, I'm sure would like to be further along. They just ain't got there yet, but they still want to be a man. You can't emasculate the man.
No, and I'm right there. Like, I'm willing to help you. I'm willing to be there with you. I'm willing to build with you and all of that. But what you can't do to me is you can't suppress me to make yourself look better or to feel higher than what, you know what I'm saying?
I agree with you 100%.
Take my knowledge and run with it. You know what I mean? I know how to buy a house. I know how to buy a car. I know what credit scores look like. I know how to get good credit. I know how to make it all work. So at the end of the day, take that and go, but don't put me down. Now, and I'm not saying that he ever put me down, but he just always made me feel unequal. And it was just like, I don't get that. Why do I have to feel unequal for you to be the man?
See, and I don't get that. That's a question to, I guess, our men viewership here. Like, for me, I look for now, because my marriage, I did everything. Now, she didn't even speak English, so I had to translate.
Right.
So going through that, now what is a prerequisite for me is a woman that, one, speaks English. I mean, that's but it's like, I look for the woman who don't need me.
Right.
Who good. Like, without me, she perfectly fine. But with me,
you add to that.
Exactly. And I'm like, when you with me now, you ain't gotta lift a finger. You good. 100%. But say we had kids. I don't want to be like, oh Lord, my woman out in the world with these kids, and she don't really do good by herself. She get flustered. She don't know how to do a lot of stuff on her own.
Right.
I don't want that. I want the woman who is a go-getter. I want the woman who don't need nothing from nobody. They gonna handle their own. But they also have that side where, like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm with my man, you know what I'm saying? Like, when he want to take care of me, take care of me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I look for. And I don't know if it's a confidence thing with men or like, I don't got it all together. But I'm like, shoot, the more powerful or whatever it is the woman is, the more attractive she is to me. I don't want nobody that feels like, oh, nah, I got to sit up under him or I got to be less than or whatever. Nah, I don't want that.
Yeah, and I mean, in that relationship, it was just like, you know, towards the end of it, you know, I started seeing him put words in my mouth. Like, he was talking like, you know, like, and I've told him this, so this is nothing new, but like, I couldn't handle 3 days and just being around him or in my space for 3 days, like, because it was a lot.
So you could not?
I could not. And so, you know, he would just be like...
Wait, time out. And you dated this man for 8 months, you said?
Yeah.
And you couldn't do 3 days in the same place?
I mean, it was just a lot. It was something that was...
I want you to answer. You couldn't do 3 days.
It was hard to do 3 days. If I did more than 3 days, it was rough.
So my question is, how did you do 3 months?
We weren't living together. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But you couldn't do 3 days.
I'm talking about 3 days in the same space.
I know what you're saying. After the first 3 days, why was you
But it wasn't like that in the beginning. Like, it was super chill. He wasn't as comfortable, I think.
So in the beginning, you could do 3 days.
In the beginning, I'd do 3 days.
So the first time, you couldn't do 3 days.
It was like, yo, like, something got to give.
So then the second time, you couldn't do 3 days.
Yeah, it was, keep going. It was a lot that I couldn't do 3 days.
What I'm saying is, my question is, how did you get to 8 months and you couldn't do 3 days within the first 3 months?
No,
you knew that within the first 3 months.
I mean, because I just felt like maybe if I expressed myself and he was like, see, like...
What's the title of this episode? When what is
It's okay to let go.
It's okay to let go. So, fool me once, shame on me. Shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me, won't be fooled again. But you, how many times did he do 3 days and you was like, this is a lot?
But that's what I'm saying. I'm so accustomed to trying to fix it, opposed to saying, okay, this ain't right. And I felt like, honestly, there were some things that he said that were offensive to me. I took offense to, especially like when it's dealing with the single mother and she's doing everything that she has to do, but she don't do it the way you want it done. That you really have no say in that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So for me, it was like that. I used to get offended because I was that single mother and I was busting my hump. You know what I'm saying? And trying to make life work. And, you know, but my kids were healthy. They were clothed. They were bathed. They were clean. Everything.
They was alive.
You know what I'm saying? So some things he would say were offensive to me. And that's when it just started to get like too much. Or it would be the off and on. And see, that was the straw that
But
broke.
did you say something?
Yes. Oh, now I speak my mind. I say what I have to say.
All right.
But the straw, I think, that broke the camel's back. So in my marriage, my ex used to always throw divorce at me like it was a scare tactic, right? So it would be like, you know, I don't cook. But it'd be like, if you don't start cooking, it's going to cause a divorce. But you're the better cook. You know what I'm saying? You don't even like my cooking. If you don't start doing this, it's going to cause a divorce. If you don't do this, I'm going to want a divorce. So I heard divorce all throughout that marriage.
Now, wait a minute. I feel like he should have said something, but how he said it was completely wrong.
Right. But I heard that. So now this situation, it was like an off and on type of thing. Like, no, we weren't spiritually together, but we going to work it out. No, we weren't on the same page, but we going to work it out. And it was just like, hold on. Either you like me or you don't. Like,
Oh, he kept saying that?
yeah, like, I can't keep going through that. Either you with me or you not. You know, and so for me, it was almost like he didn't want to rock the boat. And so I was just like, you know what, let's just pull the rug from underneath it and call it what it is. It's not going nowhere. Like, we're two different people. We live differently. Like, we live a lot different. You know, and it's certain things that I just could not get around. I couldn't tolerate it. And I'm sure it's things that I did that he couldn't tolerate. You know, but at the end of the day, I think the purpose of this is just saying it is okay to let go. It is okay if it don't work. It is okay to speak your mind. It is okay if, you know, you with this guy for 8 months, 3 months, 6 years. I mean, because I brought him around my family. I thought it was going to last longer than it did.
No.
But it didn't.
Because you brought him around us after 3 months. After 3 months, you knew you couldn't do 3 days with the man.
Nobody put a time limit on when I could do 3 days.
Bruh.
But I'm just saying, I brought him around. And the reason why I brought him around, especially you all, is because I needed to get that man's point of view to see, you know, is this cool? Like we talked about before in the other podcast. Men should meet men. And women should meet women. Because we can kind of...
Men should meet men, but will women listen to men's opinion? Absolutely not. Because
But you have your opinion.
I have my opinion. We can have our opinion, but that don't mean you won't listen to it. You've never listened to our opinion.
Okay, first of all, I listen to Dad's opinion. To me, I don't think anybody would ever be good enough for you.
That's not true.
I don't think
You looking in the wrong places, homie.
Oh, please. Anyway, so
I'm just saying.
This particular situation, you know, it was like, okay, well, we were cool. Everything was going smooth. And then things started to change. And it's okay. And like I told him, it's okay that we don't work. Right? It's all right. That's what dating is for. It's to vet whoever you're with. And if that person checks all the boxes or, you know, the boxes that you can handle, then go with it. But if he don't, it's all right to say, even as a woman, it is okay to say, you know what? I ain't feeling this. I can't do this anymore. You know, you're a great person, but I respectfully bow out.
All right. So I agree with you, but I will say that people, what'd you say? Let go too easy because, like, it's like, oh, this little thing right here bothers me, so I let go. And whatever, I can go, I can find, it's dating apps, it's whatever. And I feel like that filters or that trickles into from the dating scene and then it goes on to marriage. And I feel like what's happening is a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I can just get out.
Dating, you should feel like you should get out.
But
marriage is different.
But I don't feel like as a society, as a people, we have distinguished the difference between dating and marriage. Like, you be married and you like, oh yeah, I can just get out. It's people that's been married how many times? 4, 5, 6 times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like, oh yeah, I can just get out.
But a lot of,
I paid $175 for a divorce. That, you know what I'm
You
saying?
pay what?
$175.
You lucky.
Listen, because I ain't messy. You know what I'm saying?
You're real lucky.
I ain't messy out
Mine
here.
didn't even come close to that.
And I ain't had no lawyer neither. I did mine on my own.
Well, shout out to my lawyer. He was awesome. But I just feel like marriage, when you go into a marriage, that vetting stuff, that dating stuff, all of that shit have prepared you for that. Like, I should know how we going to raise the kids, how our household is going to run, how, you know what I mean, how you handle conflict, how you handle, what do you call it? Oh my goodness. How you handle things that don't go your way, right? Disappointments.
Okay.
How you handle, you know, your family, your mom, your kids, if you have kids, or whatever the case may be. Like, those things should be vetted out and seen throughout the dating process.
But people get so they get so invested so fast.
But I agree.
Then you get blinded by that stuff.
Right.
You like, oh yeah, this person is like me. Like I said, like I was blinded by all of the stuff that I wanted was right there. All of the boxes
and I
checked
think
off.
you gotta be friends first. Like, become friends, hang out. You know what? One thing Dad told me, he was like, stop looking for your husband in this man. Look for the friend in this man, because the friend is the foundation, right? If we can go and hang out at a comedy show, a movie, you know, go bowling or miniature golfing, and we laughing and joking, that ain't about intimacy. That ain't about sex. That ain't about, you know what I'm saying, a relationship. That's just us connecting as friends. We enjoy the same things. We laugh at the same things. I will say, like, in my marriage, we had a great time as far as, like, you know, we had a thing where we would, like, say Lil Martin from the Martin Show. We would say little stuff. He knew what I was talking about, and I knew what he was talking about, and we would just crack up. Like, nobody in the room knows what's going on. Like, we used to walk around talking about how to get your groove on, because Martin said it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was whack.
We were, but that was our thing. But we had a good friendship. I missed the laughing and the joking. You know what I'm saying? Because we had that. And I think that's where the basis is. But that was like the best thing that Dad ever told me, because I think dating I started to look for. Now, with him, he took me saying, there are certain things I'm not going to do until I'm a wife. So I'm not washing your clothes. I'm not doing all of this, you know, filling out paperwork and making sure I'm not doing that. That's what a wife does.
Bro, what paperwork?
No, I'm just saying, like, let's just say, you know, let's say you want to.
What?
Let's just say he had to go to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. And sometimes, I mean, I did it for
What type of dudes you dealing with that you got to fill out paperwork for them to go to the doctor,
that was an
bro?
example.
But no, it was an example, but that came from somewhere.
It never happened. I'm just saying, it was like,
women crazy, bro.
No.
If you just came up with that,
yeah.
you.
Because I do it for the kids. Like, when they go to the doctor, I fill out their paperwork. But anyway, I'm just saying,
my bad.
There were certain things that I said that I am not going to do unless I'm a wife. Like, don't bring your dirty clothes down here and they think I'm going to wash them and fold them and
What if
whatever.
he was washing your dirty clothes? In my last relationship, I washed clothes. She also washed
I'm
clothes.
talking about, we don't live together. You're not going to come from whatever state you're
Bro,
coming from.
I didn't live with her. Like, I stayed at her house.
So you're washing the clothes that you stayed in her house?
Huh?
You're washing the clothes that were there at her house while you were there?
Or when I washed clothes, if she had clothes to wash, I washed them.
So you took your dirty clothes from the house to her house?
No, bro.
That's what I'm saying. He will bring his dirty clothes from his state to my state and think I'm going to wash them.
All right,
that's
ratchet.
wife style.
That's ratchet.
I'm not doing it.
That's ratchet. You can't do that. What?
Yes.
Come on, bro. Wait, so...
But that's because where he lives, like, they don't have washing dryers and things, so he would probably have to go to a laundromat. But I just feel like, I don't care if you do have to go to a laundromat.
So why he didn't just wash them when he got it? Why he didn't wash it? He asked you to wash the clothes?
Yeah, but No, you don't get to do that. You don't get to use my water. You ain't paying no bills in here. Like, I'm sorry. I am a single mother. If you go in my refrigerator and you eat the last of my food, I'm pissed.
All right, so time out. Now, I agree with you 100%. That's all wrong and on all different types of levels. But we got to work on, like I said, man, that's why you need me. I need to be the filter, man, because that right there, I'd have peeped that out a long time ago. I didn't know that was going on, man. Like, bruh.
Because I did it for him one time, and I think that was just because he was in transition or whatever. And so I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? That's cool, but I'm not doing this all the time. Because when I come there, I don't use your toothpaste, your toothbrush. I don't use your washcloth.
We on that.
I don't use none of that stuff. I bring my own. Because I feel like you pay for your stuff, and I live on a budget. I got too much going on. So when you come and use my toothpaste, or you come and eat my food and you don't replace it, or you doing you know what I'm saying? That to me is just like, and you don't offer up and be like, hey, I got you on this. Or I know I used this the other day.
Bruh.
Here's that.
Anyway,
to me, it was a lot.
Your next first date, I need to be there.
You were on the first. The blind date, remember?
Right.
He never called back.
Why? Because he knew what it was. And then guess what? On the first date this time, I wasn't there. And what happened? Now you talking about somebody washing their dirty clothes with your water, using your... You see what I'm saying? You might not like my
delivery of how you say things.
Or you don't like my filter. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have a filter.
I got a filter. No, I don't have a filter. But the fact that things run through me, I am the filter. But it's airtight though. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nothing but clean water gonna get through there.
Because I know back in the day, I used to keep my relationships very quiet. Like, y'all ain't never meet nobody unless it was, and it's sad, unless it was just like, oh yeah, I'm pregnant, and here's so-and-so. Like, that was like super
So we
weird.
needed to meet the man.
But now I'm starting to bring...
But you don't like it. You don't like the feedback. And that's the issue that I have. You don't like the feedback. You know what I'm saying? You talking about calling it quits, so it's okay to let go or whatever. But you get into that point, but you don't need to get to that point. When you got people in your life that can give you feedback, that can help you, that can filter the men know men, people that can do that, but you don't want to listen. But that's a whole nother topic. Because we getting off topic. And from our audience, the feedback is we need to stay on topic. You be getting off topic. That's the problem. You be just going off. You stay getting off topic.
Whatever.
But what I'm saying is, we family now. Everybody, we family. But you need to let the filter be the filter. I am the best filter that you have.
You are rude and
I am
aggressive.
not rude. I'm not rude to anybody.
Yes,
the last first date I went to, you took me out there in the boondocks or whatever.
Solomon Allen.
Bro, she took me out there. I was like, bro, she gonna kill me out here. I knew. But we went out there. Buddy showed up from the first 5 minutes. No, from the first 5 minutes that we was there, I knew I ain't like him. From the first 5 minutes that he actually showed up, at the table, my man was in the place the whole time. Knew she was in the place, wasn't even at the table. He was in the back fooling around, doing who knows what. Then when he decided to come to the table, he learned that I go to Brazil. He want to talk to me about Brazil. Come on, bro. In front of the girl, I knew I ain't like that man. But you ain't want to listen. What happened?
What do you mean I ain't want to listen?
He ain't call you back, right?
But I didn't like him after that.
Why?
We left early, remember?
Exactly. Because the filter was there. I need to be on the first dates. If you get through the first date and I'm there, you get through the second date, you know what I'm saying, on your own, you be all right. That's my opinion. I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, all right. I hear you. I don't know.
She ain't gonna let me.
All I know is that I used to feel like I couldn't let go. I had to work it out. You know, we come from a family of, aunts, uncles. They all been together since forever.
Yeah.
And so, like, they fight for theirs. And so I will fight for mine. But I'm just now to a point where it's like I can't settle. I won't settle. I can't settle. I don't. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to that person. And again, like, you know, I was truly happy with him at one point, and then it just started to crumble, and it was just like, hold on, is that how you see me?
You want to know why?
No.
Because he had a tuxedo on.
True.
Don't oh God me. Like,
I know, I'm a little afraid of what comes out your mouth sometimes. So.
bruh, I haven't said anything in I don't know how many episodes.
Lies, you just said it on the last one. Are you crazy?
What did I say?
We nasty.
Y'all nasty.
Exactly.
But it's not like it's not the truth.
Whatever.
That's nasty.
Anyway, all I'm saying is it's okay to let go. It is okay to be by yourself. It is okay to heal. It is okay to say, this ain't what I want. And be okay with it. Be cool with it.
Bruh,
you know, if y'all are friends, whatever, be friends. But if not, it's cool too. I just know I refuse to compromise my peace to have somebody laying next to me.
And I agree with you 100%. Like,
so if that mean in 4 months you out, 4 months you out. If that mean 8 months you out, 8 months you out.
I feel like we should take it a little further. You shouldn't even get in.
But you don't know. The tuxedo is on.
You need to do better. You need to see through the tuxedo.
Some people got on some really good tuxedos though.
So you need to work on your eyesight then.
No, I need to bring them around more to the men.
Just take me on the first date. All you gotta do is take me on the first date.
I'm afraid to take you out by myself, let alone on the first date.
We have a good time. Every time we go out, we have an awesome time. Every single time.
Yeah, but you don't let nobody talk to me.
I let people talk to you.
No, you don't.
I don't let the wrong people talk to you.
Oh my God. Do I need to bring up the bartender?
Bring up the bartender.
I say bartender is cute and you go off.
No, I did not. All I said was, we not talking to the bartender. That's it.
All I said it was cute. Nobody said they wanted to talk to the bartender. I said he was cute.
But we know where that's going. All I said.
How's that going nowhere? I'm not about to approach him. He's the bartender.
Bruh, I know you.
You know nothing.
I think after.
You don't know the new me.
Oh, Lord. Now we talking about the new people.
Right. You don't know the new me.
Now she new.
I'm new.
She new out here.
Yeah.
Bruh, you take me on a first date, your problems will be.
You cannot babysit me on every first
I'm not
date.
going to babysit you.
I'm just saying, like,
all I'm saying is
that's almost impossible. You're never here, for one. Second, it's impossible.
How many first dates you going on?
As many as I want to. I'm having fun.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
I'm just saying, if I go on a first date and it's cool and it's whatever, then I will say. But let's just say if I go on a first date and it's not even worth it.
See, that's what y'all do, man. And I say that's what y'all do. You go on a first date and you're like, oh no, he's cool. He opened the door. He did this. He did this. You fall in love with the tuxedo, and then you bring him around. And I'm like, yeah, that's a tuxedo, but I see through that. You know what I'm saying? I see through that. So then when I tell you what I saw through and I see what's underneath it, you don't want to believe it because you're looking at what happened on the first date. That's why I say, take me on the first date. You take me on the first date, I'll tell you what's up under there on the first date. So then you can see, I'll point it out to you. So then when you go on a second date, now you can see the little details that I told you about. You can see it for yourself. And then on the third date, then you just go to, that's just confirmation. But don't nobody want to listen to me. You know what I'm saying? But one day they will. Will we finish it? You can tell them to subscribe if you would like to. I'm just saying. That's what I'm there for. I'm not here to mess up anything. Like I said before, you are.
But you are very overprotective. Lately, you have been very overprotective.
See, but I think you and other people don't understand that I'm not overprotective. I have been the little brother for a long time. Right? I have seen you go through unnecessary pain or whatever it is. That directly affects me. I've gotten tired of that. So now what I'm doing is I have asserted myself into the situation. I'm like this. I can prevent this. I went through things myself. I do not like being like irritated or upset about anything. So I can prevent that. I go back. I just backtrack. Where's the roots? The root is your decision making. So let me help you with your decision making.
All right. Well, I if you're around for the first date, then you can go. If you're not, you just not.
All right.
I'm not gonna wait.
Put
for
it
you
on my
for a
calendar
first
like
date.
you do everything else. Put it on the calendar, and I'll let you know if I can make it.
Yeah, so I mean that's what it is. But I think for me I used to have a very hard time of saying, I'm not selling for this.
But I think
I'm not
that's
letting it go.
That's where we come from. Like me, I should have never got married. That was messed up before I got married. But I started something, so I was gonna finish it.
Right.
So I finished it, and it's okay. It was perfectly fine for me to say I had all types of excuses. They'd be like, yeah, nah, I'm out.
Yeah.
Nobody would have been upset. Nobody. I mean, yeah, you'd have been upset, but it was understandable. But because that's how we was brought up, like you start something, you finish it, that's what it is. But yes, it is 100% perfectly fine to say,
yeah.
I'm out.
And whenever you feel as though you can't take it, this ain't what it's going to look like, do not, I repeat, do not make it work. Do not try to stuff that puzzle piece in the wrong spot. It's never going to end out the way you think it is. And so,
it's like Shark Tank, man. At the end of the day, I'm out. And you out.
Yeah.
If you don't like the deal, you out. And no strings attached, no nothing, no ties. Before you get all those ties, get out. Just get out, and it's perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, if you take that leap and you get married, I would at least talk to that person, tell them what you're going through, tell them what you're feeling, because I don't think it's right to get out or whatever and you ain't talk to them. Go to some type of therapy, whether it's a family member who is older, somebody you look up to, whatever. Talk to somebody about y'all situation. And then if y'all can't find no happy medium, you gotta get out. Because at the end of the day, you ain't gonna do nothing but kill yourself trying to make something work.
Well, yeah, but I think marriage too, you got to look at it. You took vows. I take it seriously just because of the Christian background that we come from. But at the same time, I think you need to really, really take a look at who you're marrying. And y'all need to have conversations prior to getting married. Because I do see a lot of people just like, oh, you know what I mean? Marriage ain't nothing. I can get in, get out whenever I want to. And I'm going to fight for mine. If I ever get married again, there's no such thing as divorce. Like, I don't even want to hear divorce. Unless there's like, some other. And it's funny because there are things that I thought back in the day, like, oh, if he cheat on me, I'm out. Might gotta go to therapy for that one. Might gotta work through some things. But am I actually going to just be like...
Did you just say if somebody cheat on you?
If my husband...
cheat on you, you not out?
I don't know.
Y'all subscribe and like to this episode because we out. Episode is over.
No.
We're going to talk about this off. We're going to talk about this off
I'm
camera.
not saying that I
tripping.
would. I wouldn't say like, oh yeah, but it's not going to be like, okay, because I am, well, y'all know, if you cheat on me, that's it. I'm done. I'm out.
You just said.
But if I'm married, that's something different.
That's even worse. Your man took vows.
I get that, but I'm telling you, I know a lot of people who have stuck it out, and it's like...
tripping.
What? No, but I mean, with that person, whoever cheated, realized like, no, this wasn't the best look. This wasn't the best thing for me. Like, I'm lost my mind. I want my wife back, or I want my husband back. I just don't know in a marriage. I don't know in a marriage. I don't know what could push me to that level to walk away in my marriage, except for like abuse. I can't handle abuse. You won't put your hands on me. Verbal abuse, I won't do.
All right, so I get off work. We married, and every time I get off work, I go smash the old girl. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying no.
And I'm like, nah, she ain't gonna let me go.
No, not at all. I'm talking about.
We gotta go to therapy.
Like I said, I didn't. No.
I'm gonna bring old girl with me to therapy then. Like, listen here, baby.
No, now you nasty.
I wrapped it up, but what I'm saying is,
I just think that there are certain things that you have to fight for in a marriage. We are letting marriage just kind of go by the wayside. And it's to the point some people don't even want to get married.
I don't.
Like, they want to date for the rest of their life. I ain't dating. I'm not your girl for the rest of my life. Like, we're not doing that.
I want to be like my uncle. I'm not going to say his name on here, but I want to be like my uncle. Honestly.
Oh, God. It ain't but one of those.
But in each generation.
Oh,
I'm the next generation. Bro, you can't. Yeah, that's all right.
So, sum it all up.
It's okay to let go.
In dating, it is okay to let go. If it doesn't feel right, look right, smell right, let it go.
Yeah.
You cannot change people unless they want to be changed. And to be honest,
And it's not your responsibility to change it.
exactly. And if they really love you, they will hear you and change it on their own.
Gems.
So at the end of the day, let it go. Let it go. I mean, I thought this was it. Like, I was cool. No, sir, I can't.
I knew that a long time ago, but you didn't want to listen to me. But you dropped a few gems this episode. You did a good job. That was good.
Thank you.
You dropped a few gems. That's rare, but nah, I'm joking. You did a good job. That was good. But yeah, man. You good? You good?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, y'all. Another one. That how you say it?
You are not DJ Khaled. Let it
Another
go.
one.
Let it go.
Another one. But yeah, man. Y'all subscribe, like the channel, man. Like the episode. Subscribe to the channel, man. Send it to your friends, man. We out here every Sunday, 10 a.m. man. 10 a.m.
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. So if you're on the West Coast, it's on YouTube. So but yeah, man. We out, man. Brandy Banks in the building.
Bye, guys.
We out.